Hi, everybody. Going live for just a moment while I send out all the invites and make sure that everything is properly set up. So we're just going to be chilling for a minute. And I have the window open somewhere, so I am hearing myself twice, and that is very annoying. What did I just close? Oh, well, that's something I can close. That's fine. And sending out the announcements now. Just let some people trickle in for a bit, and then we will get into the proper meat of this. Hope everyone's doing well. Do. Close you. I have too many windows open. And send. I think that's everything. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. My name is Ben Wright Human, cartoonist extraordinaire, and welcome to the first live stream in a while. I apologize for that. Things have gotten a little bit crazy, what with being quarantined at my parents' place. By the way, these are not my diplomas, they're my mom's. Don't want to take credit, but I've come out of isolation to talk to you about an interesting project that my good friend Kelci Crawford is working on called Neverending. This is a startup that they're trying to get going. They're the art director, I believe, on it, and the idea behind it is it's for people who want to do character builds for D&D, like do character models, set up scenes and animatics and things like that in a more automated way. And it looks really cool. They've got a Kickstarter going right now. There's a tiny URL on the screen. And if you go there and support it, they've only got just over 3 days left, I believe, and they're still not quite at goal. So please support them if you can. This seems like an awesome project. And what I'm going to be doing today is I have just signed up properly, and they have access to a demo version of it on the website. Now, I have never done this before. This is going to be my first time going through it. There might be hiccups. I don't know. This could actually be. This is the demo, so I'm sure there's stuff that's still going to be fixed. It's not in its final version, but it is something that I do believe is going to be pretty cool. So let's get into this. What's the name? Ooh, what name should I put down? If anyone is in chat yet, which looks like they probably aren't, I did just get started and just sent out the announcements for it. But let's see, there's nobody here. I'm going to do a trick that I like to do. I have a D26 roller on my phone. What I am going to do, you're still live, is I'm going to roll and see what letter it comes up with. 1. That's easy. A. So the name is going to start with an A. You know what? I also have my dice. So we are going to random roll a lot of stuff. Let's start with figuring out which of these are these the only body options? Oh no, there are a ton. I am going to roll 1 die to determine what gender we're going with. And I'm going with presenting gender or biological gender just for this particular thing. Odd male, even female. We've got a 2. We're going with a female character. All right. Let's see. So that's going to help with the name. I'm going to wait on the name until we get a few more people. I'm just going to put an A there for now, because that's the letter it's going to start with. Now, actually, you know what? It might have been a better way to do this. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it looks like those ones at the bottom are not available yet. So 12. Conveniently, I have dice for that. Let me just dump out all my dice. I'm going to roll a d12, and that'll determine the body type, so you can forget the gender stuff I just did. 5. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And let's see. It looks like doing skin color is not an option in the light version yet, although they do have it set up to be able to do that. I actually wonder if they'll have a color picker at some point, which would be pretty awesome. Now, heads. We have a lot of options. By the way, I believe Kelci has done all of these so far. I don't know if that'll be the case in the final version, if they're going to bring in more artists or anything like that, but Kelci has been doing everything. Let's random roll this as well. I'll just use a d6, and 6 is a reroll. 3. Nice basic head. Let's look at the hair options. Ooh, we got a lot. Ooh, we got a lot. At the moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are available. Let's go through these and see what they look like. So this, I always like character creators. It's a lot of fun. That's kind of a Beauregard haircut. Classic emo hair. Straight out of the 70s, or me when I haven't properly washed my hair. We've got frizzy ponytail. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I'm going to start making actual decisions instead of just rolling dice. I just wanted to get things started with a little bit of randomness. I may go back to that one, though. I really liked it. Now, this is the hair that when I'm in a video game character creator, I very often go for. Something along these lines, because I like the, if it's not obvious, I like pushing hair back. It's hard to tell on my headset, but that's pretty much what I always do. In fact, lately, because I haven't been out to see a barber since everything started, I usually have a ponytail. Nice mohawk. Actually, I know I've seen some stuff where you see people at different angles and the hair changes, so I wonder how that's going to work. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad. I think the one that ended up jumping out at me was this one. I really like that. So that's what we're going to go with. Ooh. Eyes say a lot about a character. We've got 5 options. I'm actually kind of impressed how well these are going into place, because with the different head shapes and things like that, that's actually going to be really tricky to get right. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like no eyes, though. I think this one is my favorite, though, because it just kind of got a look of, I'm so done with this. So let's keep that. Ears. What are our options? Those look pretty basic. Well, those are truly basic. Classic elf. More classic elf. All right, let's get a D4 out for this one, because I'm pretty fine with any of these ears. 1. So these are the ears we go with. Brows. What are we looking at? This kind of also reminds me of the old Me creator from, I guess it's probably still in existence, but I haven't really used it since the original Wii. But some of these kind of have that feel. We've got 6. I am going to go ahead and roll for this too. Some of these I'm a little worried about just going with what I would always go with. And it's nice to switch it up. That's pretty good. I like that even when we're doing these changes. Like brows are kind of a weird thing in a lot of character creators. For some reason, they all look almost the same to me and they get really finicky. There's actual character in each of these brows, and I really like that. And I'm sure the final version will have a lot more. How many mouths do we have? Oh, oh, we got some good mouths here. I think we got to go through these. Again, I'm really impressed how these all work because I got a very narrow face from that random roll. So let's see what we're working with. A lot of these are very Kelci. I like a lot of the expressions I'm seeing here. I like that one. Let's see. This had to be pretty tough to do, actually. Like, I'm really impressed with, and this is the demo. Like, this is them. I don't know if they have a more detailed version down the road, but like, this is basically the alpha. I kind of like these turned out fangs. I'm gonna go with that with the jagged teeth. I like that. All right, now we get to clothing them. I forgot uh, what the body looked like. That's pretty great. All right. This would the one thing I definitely say is I need to unlock these colors because I really want to see what they look like with that. There is a lot of variety here. All right, what are we working with? We've got currently 9 variations. I'm going to grab a D10. This is just an excuse for me to play with my dice. And I'll re-roll in a 0. 8. So that'd be this one. Okay. Oh, you can individually customize arms. That's really cool. Although those sleeves kind of make that not happen. Interesting. So whatever happens on the chest can cover it up. I'm going to actually turn that off for a minute so we can get a good look at this. But remember which one I was on. Those are kind of cool. Those are kind of cool. Oh, do we have is it uneven? Yeah, it is. That's kind of cool. One thing I would say then is if there's any way to do an option to flip these, that would be a great thing to look at in the future. I don't know if anyone who does works at Neverending is going to watch this, but that'd be something to consider. It's a pet peeve of mine. I'm left-handed, and there's a lot of stuff that's designed specifically for the assumption that your characters are right-handed. And I get it sometimes in video games because coding it for some reason so that everything flipped would really screw it up for some reason. But with what you have here, actually, never mind. This is an animatic system, so I bet it actually would be a problem. But something to think about down the road because lefties appreciate that stuff. It's one of the reasons I'm excited about VR is that I can actually make left-handed characters because the controllers are hand independent. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I don't think would apply with the shirt I'd originally picked. And this is, let's see, the gloves are off. Oh, what are you? You know what? Executive decision, because some of these are so cool, I'm going to pick a different chest thing. Uh, what's going to be a good one that shows off the guns? Yeah, that covers everything. I actually really like that. I like those arm. I'm actually going to make uneven arm pieces. Like, I'm not going to have them match. So let's make that right arm. Nah. It is really weird when they don't end up completely matching up. Let's see what happens, though. Pop a belt on there. I am a sucker for that kind of style. I like the uneven look there, so I'm going to use that. All right, now we get into legs. What do we have? 6 options. That looks surprisingly good, actually. Like I would think that that kind of unevenness would be weird, but I think it works. Do I like that better than the? Nope, I like that one better. And boots, combat boots, bigger boots. Let's see. Most seems pretty tall. I think that's what I'm going with. And one thing I do want to point out is that you seem to be able to individually customize colors, which is kind of cool. So every single item you can color differently. That's going to be interesting. Now let's see. I think we're through the basic body stuff. I just realized there's a randomize button. Hold on. That's me being dumb. I'm going to take the banner away for just a second so you can see it. Yeah, there's a randomize button right there. Okay, so that's me being dumb, but you know what? I wanted to show how this whole thing works anyway. So let's find out. I'm going to go into equip. I think we may have reached the end of what we can see in the demo version. So let's. Just because the name is never ending, I'm going to say the name is and non and non and on and on and on and on. So that is the name. Now, in the final version, based on what I understand, they're going to have a lot more options. Like you saw a lot of stuff grayed out, and you have all these color options grayed out. They are going to have systems where you can create animatics. That's one of the big things that I think is interesting because I can do a lot of my own art. I like to do my character portraits, but what I can't do is animate easily. I've done it before, and I find animation a very laborious process, and it's not something that I normally would want to do. But one of the main ideas they had when they were making this was they want to allow people to do animatic storytelling, and I think that's a really cool idea. And this is good starting meat. Like I'm really excited about having gone through this character creator. It took me about 15 minutes, and that was honestly me going pretty slow. So this wasn't that difficult. And it has like I'm definitely excited for it. I'm already a backer. I'm it's a project that I really want to see succeed, and I think it has a lot of potential. Um, it's a tool that I think a lot of groups, especially like the Critical Role community or the Adventure Zone community, there are a lot of groups that like to do animatics of popular live streamed uh, D&D games, and this would make it uh, a lot easier. Like I already pointed out, there's a bow haircut in here. There are all kinds of body types. You could find ways to make this work. Um, and so what I guess the main thing I wanted to say with all this, please give this link at the bottom of the screen a look. The Kickstarter ends in just over 3 days. They're at about 68 or 69% right now, last I checked, which is great. There's actually this statistic that if you pass 65% on a Kickstarter, there's about a 99% chance that you're going to finish the Kickstarter. Now, they're asking that it's a startup company and it's a big project, so they still have a ways to go from the goal, even having passed that. So we're really trying to get them over that line. Please support them if you can. This looks like it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I could not be more thrilled to support it. So that's it for now. Hopefully, I'll be doing another regular live stream in the not too distant future, just to catch people up on what's going on in my life and what's going on with my projects. But for now, please go and support Kelci and the entire team at Neverending. This looks like it's going to be an amazing project. Rock on, guys, and never stop drawing.